Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some more of our Expeditions Rome. Trying to peacefully take down Lurco. It is
Did he
a
talk?
bit difficult. I think he's still hiding something, but he's out of the picture now.
That is comforting. I'm glad we have him.
What do we do now?
Senate is still in doubt when the trial resumes. This will settle it. By attacking my family, Lurco has implicated himself.
This is so unlike him. Usually he has a plan. I wonder if the whole Corvinus business was a distraction. Distraction from what?
Corvinus would be a good witness if we need it. We must know a lot about Lurco's schemes.
That could be a benefit of all this, but if you couldn't make him talk...
His presence alone ought to unnerve the council.
Not a bad idea at all. The pressure on Lurco is mounting. Every man has a breaking point.
So what if he runs?
I took precautions. The Consul of Rome cannot leave the city unnoticed.
None of my Praetorians have arrived. They were supposed to meet me here.
I thought they'd be with you. I haven't seen any of your companions since yesterday.
That worries me.
Come to think of it, Cato wanted to meet us here too. But he's late.
Where's Cato?
He should be here any moment now. Don't worry. Cato is a smart man who knows how to handle a gladius.
There he is.
Your Praetorian Guard is captured in front of the Senate. We must hurry.
What? How?
It seems he has them arrested for a number of crimes.
Can he do that?
He is still dictator. He can do whatever he wants.
I fear there is nothing we can do to stop him within the bounds of the law.
What are they doing in front of the Senate?
Political theater. He has gathered a crowd and he's calling you out. You must be very careful. The lives of your friends are at stake.
Is there nothing to be done?
I'll try to gather some Praetores. This is blatantly illegal, but I guess he's finally given up all pretense.
He is desperate. Be very careful. Desperate men do stupid things.
All right, let's go.
I'll come with you to witness the situation.
Keep him occupied until I can bring help. Don't antagonize him.
I will come with you as well. The Vestal Virgins will look after your mother.
Is this where the final battle? The final battle can't be in the streets.
Traitor to the Republic! Murderer of Romans! Enemy of the people! I have had your co-conspirators arrested, and they are patiently waiting for their moment of execution. But my own patience is wearing thin. I know villains like you do not have a sense of honor or virtue. Nevertheless, I know you were at least born Roman. If you have a speck of honor left, confess and surrender.
Consul, what are you doing? You can't publicly execute people without trial. Our laws forbid such despotism.
As dictator, prescription is well within my rights. The people of Rome saw fit to grant me that power. Who are you to question the wisdom of the people?
Let them go. This is between me and you. They were just following orders.
They are people, are they not? They might have stopped serving you a long time ago, seeing how you are an enemy of the people. They are your compatriots, complicit in the same treason as you. They deserve death as much as you do.
We shall be judged in front of the Senate, and the verdict shall be announced by an appointed judex, not you.
It is wartime. You of all people should understand what that means. I am still dictator. Nobody needs to appoint me as judex. I can do whatever I want in the best interest of Rome. And right now, I judge you guilty of the crime of treason. Will you submit yourself to my punishment?
War's over. What you're doing now is illegal.
Indeed. I wonder who's going to stop me then. Unless your intention is to bore me to death, I would like to start executing these criminals.
This is horseshit! Those people are heroes!
They've done nothing wrong! Let them go!
You have lost your control, Lurco. Look at the faces of these people, your fellow citizens. They're afraid.
Only criminals and traitors should be afraid of me.
They're afraid of what you have turned the Republic into. That fear will turn into anger the moment anyone decides to stand up and protect the Republic.
You're a good tactician. Consider your position now. Your prisoners are the only advantage you possess. But they're only valuable while they're still alive. The Legatus can wait until you turn yourself into a murderer.
Or we can simply kill you and save them all. Then you will have achieved nothing here.
You wouldn't do that. You're men of law and order.
I shall grant you your death wish if that's the only way to save my friends.
Your loyalty is admirable.
Believe me, I don't want to die. But I also don't want to see you dead.
Don't let him kill us like this. Whatever comes next, we will stand by your side. We will weather the storm as one.
Don't do it, my friend. If you strike him down now, you'll give him legitimate cause to kill you. We are not worth that sacrifice.
Don't you want to live and be the hero you always struggled to be?
They say you're not a true hero until you die.
Enough! Make your decision.
I will not be baited by you.
As you wish. Who shall we take first?
Get it over with. Take me first. Then at least I won't have to
No!
listen to your drivel any longer.
Don't do this. You love him, and he loves you. He should not lose you. Take me instead. My time was always borrowed. I will see my sister again in the House of Song.
Don't do it! This isn't justice!
I decide what is just. Execute her.
You limp-dick coward!
Rest well, my second sister. I will find you in the afterlife, and we will hunt together again.
A traitor to the Republic has been brought to justice. I truly wonder what you will do now.
You have killed Roman citizens in front of numerous witnesses. You're finished.
Witnesses? Who's going to hold me responsible? I am dictator in perpetuo!
Your final gravest mistake was to think you can get away with anything, but to all things there's a limit. The power of a council rests on public support, but look around you. Thanks to your impatience and your desperation to escape justice, you seem to have lost that support.
This is sick! It's an atrocity!
What's next? Will you have Pompeius executed too?
Calm yourselves! People of Rome, I am you... Don't you understand? A firm hand is what the Republic needs!
Despot! Tyrant! Down with him!
Get him! Pull him down from there!
Get me out of here! Just get me out!
You're on your own, Kotzel!
Coward!
Webius Vitellius Lurco, you're not going anywhere. Throw yourself at the mercy of the Senate.
You can't do this. You don't have the authority. Don't you dare.
I'm gonna knock him out.
Now that is a style of rhetorics I can get behind.
You won. My friend, you did it.
We lost Daenerys.
I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. It is good to see you up and about, though. You look better.
Still dead inside.
Such things are natural. You've been tested physically and mentally. Furthermore, you've triumphed over your opponent.
What will happen to him?
He has been stripped of his title and office.
It should have been someone else. Deianira had no reason to give her life for Rome.
She didn't. She gave her life for us.
Lurco will certainly be exiled, or even executed. The Senate doesn't have a high opinion of traitors. Obviously, you will have to testify.
My conscience is clear.
I know. You paid a heavy price to keep it that way.
If you will forgive me for bringing this up, I believe this will be good for your political career.
The last consul was a criminal, so I guess I could do better.
You should measure yourself against the best of consuls, not the worst. As far as the Senate is concerned, you are a tragic hero who brought a corrupt consul to justice. Regardless of what happens to Lurco, Rome will need a new consul, and I can't think of a better candidate.
Cato is right. Both the Optimates and the Populares already support you. If you run for Senate, the election will result in a landslide win.
It is decided then. With your help, I shall be elected Quaestor one day consul. I will try to be a good servant to the people of Rome.
I have no doubts.
The victory is bittersweet. I wonder if I could have saved my friends.
You did save them. Those who remain alive have you to thank for it. This chapter ends, and another chapter begins. Fortuna alone knows what the future holds.
That's bittersweet.
So ends the abridged history of one of the most beloved consuls of the Republic of Rome. It is thanks to him and his efforts to thwart the corruption and ambition of Vitellius Lurco that Rome remains a proud republic to this day. With his allies in the Senate, he worked tirelessly to address the problems that had plagued the Republic since its birth. Though many among the people of Rome lamented what they saw as a lost opportunity to challenge the status quo, the strengthening of democracy greatly improved life throughout the provinces of Rome. In time, the savior of the Republic took his well-deserved place in history among such heroes as Cincinnatus or Scipio Africanus. Cineros. Once he had been an athlete, a wrestler, and a troublemaker. But in our story, he was a servus, a protector, and a mentor. He had died diligently performing the task to which he had devoted himself, protecting his ward. Cineros was given a tomb in Rome's finest cemetery, next to his old dominus, whose death had incited this story. Though his death had been unexpected, he met his end with dignity and resolve. He had received forgiveness and, after a fashion, vindication for the mistakes of his youth. He was missed by all those who knew him. Caeso finally seemed to have had his fill of military campaigns. Together with Lucia and their daughter, he settled down in Rome. Though their relationship was distant at first, the shared love they felt for their daughter soon brought them close, and eventually they had many more children together. To his surprise, Caeso took well to the quiet life and to fatherhood. He remained very close with his old friends, with whom he often met to drink and eat and share stories of their old lives as the heroes of the Republic. Callida's second marriage turned out considerably better than her first. With her beloved husband committed to letting her live her best life, she was happy to settle down by his side, supporting him in his endeavors as he supported her. Callida was happy to find that it was possible to be a wife and a mother without giving up the things she loved. She taught their children archery and horseback riding, and nobody ever again looked down on her for her unwomanly pursuits. Bestia stayed in Rome and remained close friends with his old companions, going out of his way to stay in touch with them all, no matter the distance that separated them. He returned to the arena, but no longer as a gladiator. His new vocation was to teach Pancration, inspired by the story of his old magister Cineros. Though it brought him little wealth, there is no doubt it made him happy. As soon as things had quieted down, Bestia traveled to Africa once more to look for his sister. He did find her and bring her home, and she lived happily there for the rest of her life. Deianira had given her life for her friends with no hesitation, no fear in her eyes. The Amazon warrior knew that she had avenged her sister and forgiven herself for her misdeeds. She went to the Chinvat Bridge with her head held high, ready to be judged. Claudiana lived for many more years. She had many friends in Rome, and her life was peaceful and comfortable until her final days. On her deathbed, she revealed that she had once been very close indeed with Lucullus, and that indeed the true family name of her children was Liciniia. Cato remained an important figure in Roman politics. Grudgingly respected even by those among the population who desired change, he remained a defender of the patrician class, a shield against the pandering and opportunism of the more populist voices. He himself was elected consul twice throughout his life, and his years in the position were generally favorably regarded. Cicero served one more year as consul before his retirement. In his old days, he lived a quiet life on a farm in Sicily, where he was greatly beloved by the people for his time as quaestor. He continued to write many books on politics and law. Defeated once more by Rome, Mithridates escaped to the lands north of the Black Sea in the hope that he could raise a new army, but the locals soon rebelled against his rule. Incapable of taking his own life by poison, in the end, Mithridates died by the sword of his bodyguard. With Zenobia in charge of Musia, it became once more a peaceful part of the Roman province of Asia Minor. With her focus on trade and strong ties to the neighboring regions, her people enjoyed a period of great prosperity. Grateful for the mercy he had been shown, and no longer with Mithridates to tempt his greed, Damianos quickly resumed political leadership of Thracia. Here, the gladiator rebellion that had started in his school was threatening to spiral out of control. Thanks to Damianos, the gladiators were pacified quickly, and without inordinate bloodshed. Lunia's death sent Nazarmanes spiraling into a fractious conflict as greedy elders from minor tribes attempted to fill the void her passing had left behind. Though Queen Cleopatra attempted to bring the region under control, her attentions were too divided, the conflict too great for her to manage. Rome was forced to send more legions to enforce peace and stability with an iron fist. Though Africa Proconsularis eventually saw peace again, the traditions and culture of the Berber population were lost forever. Queen Cleopatra Philopator was, from the day of her coronation, a greatly beloved queen of Egypt. Revered and admired by the population, she spent many of her days traveling up and down the Nile to visit her subjects and address their troubles and concerns. Under her rule, Egypt remained a powerful and prosperous nation and a strong ally of Rome. The fruits of the Nile flowed freely to the people of the Republic. After traveling all across Africa for many years, going wherever her instincts took her, Rhea eventually returned to Memphis and to the service of Tenea at the Temple of Ubasti. When her mentor passed away, Rhea naturally assumed the mantle as High Priestess of the Cat Goddess. Though the old faith was dwindling, she was greatly beloved by many, and her temple prospered, always home to many, many, many cats. With Diwydiacus once more assuming rulership of the Aedui, the tribe maintained a strong alliance with Rome, and through it, they greatly prospered. With the aid of the Aedui, Gallia slowly unified under Roman rule, and civilization soon began to creep into those lands in the form of paved roads, aqueducts, and fortified Roman towns. In his old age, did the Druid ever regret hastening the absorption and suppression of his own faith and culture? We will never know. The once proud and strong Arverni were greatly reduced by the defeat of Vercingetorix, but his survival gave them hope. His will to make war upon Rome had been crushed, but he remained a strong figure of leadership among his people, even despite his failures. With his guidance, the tribes of Gallia remained unified and somewhat at peace, and vestiges of their culture and traditions survived their gradual subjugation under Rome. In this work, I have done my best to recount the history of this fascinating period, truthfully and accurately. As I have scoured the sources and spoken to many who claimed to have heard the story from someone who was there at the time, one thing that has stood out to me is the pivotal moments along the way where our story could have turned out very differently. In his darkest moods, the savior of Rome must have wondered if there was anything he could have done differently to save his friends. Perhaps if he had struck down Vitellius Lurco on that stage, or if he had gone so far as to bring his legion across the Rubicon, none of his companions would have had to die. But for those of us left to live in a peaceful and strong republic, what transpired seems like the best possible outcome. Our republic was saved, and the villain, Vitellius Lurco, was brought to justice. One should always take care when second-guessing historical figures with the benefit of hindsight. Here in the present, there will never truly be a way for you to know how you might have acted if you had lived in the past. Nor can you ever be certain how history will remember you.
All right, guys, so that will be kind of the peaceful negotiating wise. I mean, I like marching across the Rubicon, not gonna lie. This is more epic. It was more epic. So that's gonna be it for this episode. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to merge the last, you know what? I'm gonna actually say this is its own thing. So this will be the end of this. Thank you all for hanging out. Maybe if there's more DLC, or if there is DLC, or things like that, future games, we will check that out. But I had fun. I loved it. There'll be a thoughts video later on. Next couple of days, so watch out for that. But otherwise, well, it's probably out by now, but go ahead and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.